Hey everyone, and welcome to Explore Your Roots. It's Photo Restoration Tuesday, and today I want to do something a little bit different than we've done in the past. I want to show you guys how to use this new feature in Photoshop that automatically colorizes pictures for you. And I kind of want to test out the feature and see how well it does on different kinds of pictures. So I've picked out 4 different pictures here, as you can see. And from left to right, it kind of goes in increasing detail throughout. So I want to show and kind of explore around this new beta feature. So first of all, to get to this feature in Photoshop, you have to come up here to Filter and pull down this menu and go to Neural Filters, and it'll pull up this menu on the right. So these filters right here are some new beta features. And so if you come down here to colorize, you can click it. And to turn it on, all you gotta do is toggle this switch. So to begin, let's try it on this picture of Ava Mary Ibsen. This is on my mom's side of the family. So let's see how it does kind of with this detail. It's kind of a very basic, not too much detail in the picture. So, okay. And then over here on the right, you can kind of play around with the picture. So first, let's look at the picture. It almost seems as though like maybe the top half did a great job, but the bottom half seems a little saturated. So we can kind of come over here and play with the colors. Let's see if we can kind of get it a little bit better. Maybe if we take out it might be a little hard since the image is split. Maybe we can play with the saturation a little bit. That kind of looks a little bit better, but again, it's taken, kind of everything out of the picture. So, honestly, let's see, maybe some of the red. No, I mean, it didn't do too much it takes some out of the shoulder, but it also does with the rest of the image. So, I mean, overall, it's not too bad. I think you definitely may want to go in and kind of recolorize some of these areas. But overall, that's kind of a cool job that it did, and so fast. Okay, so let's try the next image. So I just hit cancel, and we can go back and save it later. So let's come up to this one. So this is of my wife's grandfather when he was, in his teenage years on a soccer team. And so let's try it again. We'll come up here to Filter, go to Neural Filters, and then go to Colorize, and we'll toggle this on, and we'll give it a second. Okay, there it goes. Oh wow, that looks pretty good. Maybe we can play around with the colors a little bit, maybe a little bit less reds. It's looking, I think, a little bit better. You can see there are still some areas in here, and maybe those are artifacts from the picture that you can try to get off. Maybe a little less green. Oh, that's looking pretty good. Maybe a little less yellow. Try. Okay. Maybe we can play with the saturation a little bit. That's looking pretty good. Wow, look at some of these details are awesome that you just wouldn't know otherwise. That's pretty cool. So it does pick up some of these details. And maybe you would not have known that these jerseys, were black and white if you're just by looking at this original picture. So that on this picture did a pretty good job. There's still some areas that maybe you could go back and try to color over. So now let's try this next picture. Okay, so again, we'll go up to Filter, go to Neural Filters. We'll bring this out. So I feel like this picture has maybe a little bit more details than the last with this background right here. So let's go to Colorize. Let's see how well it does. And it's loading. Oh, okay, so see on this one, look, there's almost no color at all. Maybe we can bring up the saturation a little bit, but still I don't know, just looking at this, you would think that there would be more detail in some of the colors. It's looking like it assigned the dress maybe a blue or a dark blue or black or something. Maybe if we bring the blue up a little bit more. Oh, that looks a little bit better. Is that too blue? That's a little too blue now. Maybe a little too red. Maybe a little less blue. So there are all these different things. But, on this picture, I'm not sure. You can see the original over here on the right. And then over here on the left. So, I mean, it did its job, but I feel like you could probably do better going in and individually, choosing the color. Okay, so let's come over here to this next picture. Again, this is on my wife's side of the family over here. And again, this is on a different soccer team. It looks like, the jerseys are a little bit different. So let's come over here to filter and neural filter again. I feel like this picture has a lot more details. So let's see if it can pick up some of this stuff. We'll zoom out a bit. Whoa. Check that out. That is pretty cool. Okay, let's play around with the colors a little bit. There's a lot of green. Maybe we could take some of that green down. Oh, that looks a lot better. Maybe a little bit more green. Yeah, that was a little too much, maybe. Oh, that looks good. Okay, so maybe can't tell if there's too much yellow or maybe the other way. Maybe let's go in the middle. Maybe a little less red. Just a little bit. Let's play with the saturation. Oh, see, that is looking pretty cool. I think it did a pretty good job at picking up a lot of these details. I mean, look at, this, the clothing and everything. But at the same time, you can see there's like this green hue down at the bottom, which, if we try to take out a little bit less green, again, it's kind of like that first picture where there are different sections of the picture that you kind of have to play with. I think some of the skin tones too over here, this is like really red, and this guy's face is really purple. Over here it still looks almost black and white. That's kind of interesting, but it did a pretty cool job at picking this up. So overall, this new beta feature is doing a pretty good job. There are definitely some areas that maybe I personally would go in and try to fix again. But overall, I can see this continuing to improve and getting better. And it can save you a lot of time. So thanks again for tuning in today. And if you like this video, feel free to give it a like, and also leave a comment telling us about some pictures you would like colorized. And also, don't forget to give us a follow and a like on our social media sites on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Go and subscribe to us on YouTube and Apple Podcasts and Spotify, where we have fun weekly content that comes out all the time. And also check out our website, exploreyourroots.org, and we'll see you next time.